You're listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. The show that gives pastors and church leaders the clarity they need to protect their people, property, and ministry.
Welcome back to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. I'm your host, Ron Wadley, with Insurance for Texans. We help church leaders protect their people and property with wisdom and clarity. Today, we are breaking down the hidden traps of trying to compare church insurance policies online and how the cheapest internet quote can quickly become a multi-$1,000 nightmare for your church. There is a specific kind of relief that hits a church leader's heart when the annual insurance renewal shows up and the premium hasn't increased much. Or maybe you've gone onto an online platform, typed in your address, and generated a quote that comes in well below what you were paying before. With the cost of everything else climbing, from cooling the sanctuary during a brutal Texas summer to maintaining aging buildings, any sign of stability feels like an answered prayer. But here in 2026, we've learned to be deeply suspicious of that sudden relief. It's not that commercial insurance companies have developed a newfound sense of charity toward religious organizations. Far more often than not, if the price stayed comfortable, the property coverage and liability protection did not. Insurance providers have become absolute experts at the quiet downgrade, the art of keeping your premium baseline attractive while surgically removing the actual safety net beneath your feet. If you are comparing your church insurance options based purely on that bottom line number on your screen, you are walking right into a trap. Algorithms simply do not understand ministry activity. If an online system doesn't ask about your church safety manual, your child protection protocols, or your facility use agreements, it is completely incapable of quoting a policy that will adequately protect you. Furthermore, those instant internet platforms frequently route your business to non-admitted carriers. While there is a time and place for the non-admitted market, you have to remember the trade-off. Non-admitted carriers are not backed by the Texas State Guarantee Fund. If that carrier goes belly up after a massive statewide freeze or hurricane, your cheap quote turns into a worthless piece of paper. To beat this online trap, you have to look past the monthly invoice and look at the total cost of risk. Your toolkit of specialized coverage needs to be explicitly defined. A standard algorithm treats your sanctuary like a generic commercial warehouse, completely overlooking the specialized limits required for stained glass windows or pipe organs. It masks whether your property damage payout is written on a replacement cost basis, which pays to rebuild at 2026 construction prices, or an actual cash value basis, which subtracts depreciation from your claim check. The exact same problem happens on the liability side. A basic online platform gives you general liability for basic slips and falls, but completely ignores directors and officers insurance to protect your volunteer board members' personal assets. It skips pastoral professional liability for spiritual counseling. It underfunds abuse and molestation coverage, and it leaves out hired and non-owned auto protections for when staff use their personal cars to haul youth group gear. In today's Texas market, insurance carriers are actively competing to win church business again, but they are doing it through a risk management version of shrinkflation. They are flattening the premium by shortening your coverage limits, dropping you into restrictive roof payment schedules, and sliding separate massive percentage deductibles into the fine print for wind and hail. You think you are buying full protection, but the policy is secretly structured to make you carry the heavy financial burden when a claim hits. Your declarations page tells the real story. If you aren't reviewing the exact sublimits and payout definitions, a cheaper online quote is just an illusion of safety. Stewardship in 2026 isn't just about the lowest premium. It's about what you get to keep, when a crisis hits. Don't gamble your ministry's future on a generic online algorithm. If you're ready to put your policy side by side with an expert review and uncover the real details of your coverage, connect with our church insurance specialist today at insurancefortexans.com. Let's make sure your protection matches your real-world operations. And to get a comprehensive overview of church insurance in general, download a free copy of our book, The Promise of Certainty, at thepromiseofcertainty.com. I'm Ron Wadley, and this has been Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance Protecting Texas Churches. Until next time, remember, your church's mission is too important to leave to chance.
Thanks for listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. Until next time, remember, insurance isn't just about policies. It's about safeguarding the mission God has called you to lead.